Was that? Oh shit, we rolling? Oh, no. Oh, well, hey everyone. Welcome to the first installment of the Snake Pit here on the RWF's channel. First off, I'm your host, Snake Avery, and I would like to thank the people above me and everything for giving me this opportunity to have my own show here on our network. Now, I also would like to give a shout out and thank my broadcast colleagues, Alabaster Sinclair and Fox Vidak. Thank you, fellas. Thank you for pushing me towards this and keeping me here as well in the RWF. I cannot thank y'all two enough. Now, here on this first episode of the Snake Pit, I have the privilege to recap the Memorial Day Massacre, which has been a very fun event. This year's theme was Doomsday Clock, and it did indeed strike zero, but we'll get to that a little bit later here in our little show. Anyways, what I do want to start with is we started out our Memorial Day Massacre show with the White God Memorial Battle Royale. Great way to start the show, right? Battle Royales, you gotta love them. So anyways, standard Battle Royale. Throw people over the top ropes. Last man in the ring, he's gonna be your winner. Isn't that right? He's gonna be that winner. Now, a lot of people pick their favorites, especially us broadcast journalists. You know, myself, Mr. Fedak, and good old fucking Alabaster. We picked our favorites. I can't remember who those two picked, but mine were both buddy boys, because somehow they both find a way to win it. Because, you know, I do love them boys. You know, they are one of my favorite tag teams in this RWF. But the real surprise during this Battle Royale was Revolution Zero coming out and just decimating the entire ring. I don't know where he come from. I didn't even know he was supposed to be in the match. He just showed up and he won it all. He took the White God Memorial Cup home. No idea how. We didn't even know he was supposed to be here. But he showed up. He did show up. And you know what? He put, you know, it was great to watch. Just him just throwing people over the top ropes. Just like the beast that he is. It is a thing. So there was that. So the White God Memorial Day Cup, you know, in honor of the White God, who we haven't seen in years, because he disappeared in that Florida nightclub quite a few years ago. He's been gone, and we're like, well, what's going on? And we haven't seen him, heard from him, so, you know, White God, this one's for you, buddy. Anyways, moving on. So, after the Battle Royale, we had one of the first matches of the night. It was Chad the Shad going toe-to-toe in a handicap match with them Buddy Boys. And I told you I love the Buddy Boys so much. Them two were just nuttier than squirrel shit. And you know what? They make me laugh every time that they are there in the ring performing. And even their promos they cut. I do enjoy what they do. It explains why they're so popular. Anyways, so Chad the Shad was tired of the Buddy Boys begging for this, begging for that, thinking they had all this money coming in. He's like, you know, let me put you boys in place. And the way he did that is just the same way that Paul used to beat us with the switch to get us to go do our chores back down there in the southern parts of West Virginia. Now, Chad the Shad just mopped the floor with these guys. He did. He took care of them. You know, he just went in and, like, you think the Buddy Boy is just going to fucking come in and just destroy Chad the Shad. But no, he was ready. Throwing a spear here, a spear there. Just decimating these two, I'm going to call them helpless, because that's really all they are. I mean, they are the comic relief of the RWF, if I got to be honest. And, you know, they are needed as a comic relief. But Chad the Shad, he just took care of all of that. With the 1, 2, 3, there you go, Chad the Shad, the winner. And hey, Buddy Boys, hopefully, you know, you guys still have some money left over from all these matches, and hopefully you do a little better in the future. But if you ever need a beer, come and see good old Snake, and I'll give you a beer. So there was that match. It was a good match. I'm going to tell you, it was a really great match if you like watching the handicap matches and everything. Our next match, though, this was a good match. This was, you didn't know what the outcome was going to be, all you fans out there that try to guess who's going to win and see what we're writing in the stories and all that stuff. But it was our commissioner, Mitchell Fatal, against the beast of the barge, Alice Kincaid IV. Now this was a fucking knockdown, drag out match. I had no idea what was going to happen. The beast took the commissioner to his limits and vice versa. So, watching this entire match, like, it was back and forth. It was back and forth. No idea who was going to win. It was great. It was a phenomenal match. In the end, out of nowhere, Mitchell Fatal hit him with a fatal cut and pinned AKIV for the 1-2-3. AKIV, unfortunately, is now out of our wrestling organization. So the sun has truly set on AKIV. And I wish him luck. But you know what? I really wish that I had a man like that, you know, an AKIV, a fella like that, working on the farm with me for Paul back in my younger days. Because that is a fucking working man right there. But we're moving on to the next match. So after Mitchell Fatal and AKIV match, we had a match we were all really been waiting for. We were waiting for this one. I don't know how many of you were waiting for it, but I was waiting for this one because I like both of these athletes. They are both great. It was the Wild Man versus Messiah Black in a last man standing match. And let me tell you, this match has just went on. It just went on, and you had no idea what was happening. You had no idea what was happening. There was a steel chair shot. There was some kendo sticks. There was the RWF yardstick coming out. There were so many weapons and so much destruction and devastation that I didn't know what was happening. It was just like goddamn fires. It was just like some fires happening down in Alabama. Now, we don't know what's going on. This was like revolt damn near. But what ended up happening with the Wild Man and the Messiah Black match is, as much as you thought you can count every single one of them out, both of them out, through the destruction, the barbed wire that came out of nowhere, which we didn't know, fire, weapons, just all the moves putting on, all these oh my god type of moments that were just happening. Here is what sealed the deal. Messiah Black was getting ready to finish it. He was getting ready to put the Wild Man to bed. Brought out a table, covered it in some barbed wire, and he let that little son of a bitch on fire. So you have a flaming barbed wire table. Now Messiah Black was not expecting the Wild Man to come up and give him a wild ride on a one-way ticket through that said table that was on fire covered in barbed wire. And let me tell you, Messiah Black ain't coming back from that. Somehow the Wild Man found the way to keep a dead man down, to keep that corpse down, or whatever Messiah Black is. After this match, we haven't seen hide nor hair of Messiah Black. I don't think we ever will. We don't know where the hell he could be. So Messiah Black, if you're watching this and you got, the guts to come back, which Probably not after that kind of match. I mean, you had a good match, but well, the one man finally put you in your place because you've been advertising that son bitch for, oh, I don't know, quite a few months now. That was a great match. But now let's go on to my favorite division, the tag team division, where the political stage put up the recently won Army of Two division titles against the newly appointed, the newly signed team that we have, Calientes. I was kind of expecting, really, the political stage to lose. Just because the Calientes have this record, they have this whole resume of being a great tag team throughout the years. But I will tell you, Mick Mac and Urban Jump, they knew what they were doing out there. Them two were on the same damn page. They just know what's going on. This was a match you couldn't call even if you were a professional, honestly. Like, you had no idea how it was going to go. Way that ended up was, well, we had Mick Mac in the ring. He was acting out something from his newest play coming out. I'm not sure of the name off the top of my head. He was acting out, distracted one of the Calientes, and that's where Urban Jump came up from behind and did a little small package and just pinned him. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Political stage retains the Army of Two division titles. Great match. Wasn't expecting a damn thing like that. So let me check my notes here, see what we're having. See what I still got to cover. Well, now we're moving on to the main event. The main event of the Memorial Day Massacre, the Doomsday Clock. If y'all want to crack a new beer, I completely understand. That might not be a bad idea for this old cowboy. So moving on to our main event. Main event of our Memorial Day Massacre. Revolution Zero versus the Amazing Hazen. Now, I will say, you know, there's been speculation over the past few months, like if you're part of the Revolution or you're with the board and like this whole crazy thing. And no one knew where they really stand. I didn't know where I stood, honestly. I got hired the day of the massacre. So there was the board and there was the Revolution. Like, which side you going to take? We didn't know. So it was the RWF's guy, if you will, with the Amazing Hazen, even though he hated the board. It was amazing against the one who wanted to start a revolution. Needless to say, this match went on for about 37 minutes. It was one of the best matches I have ever seen in my life. The Amazing Hazen wouldn't quit. Neither would the Revolution. The Revolution would not be stopped that night. And it just kept going and going and going. It was a nail biter for show. The damn nail biter. Had no idea, but at the end of it, it was the Revolution blindsiding the Amazing Hazen and took him down for the 1, 2, 3 and won the European Championship. I gotta be honest with you folks, it's a sad day in RWF when you're trying to prevent a revolution, and then it does happen regardless of no matter who tries. I mean, I gotta be honest, I was just trying to retain my job as much as I could. But the amazing hazing failed. And the revolution started that night. If y'all have watched the backstage interviews with me and Mitchell Fatal and the Amazing Hazing quits as Mitchell Fatal is trying to fire him. But Amazing Hazing, if you're out there and you're watching this, I want to wish you good luck in your future endeavors. And I hope I see you again soon. You were one of the men in this company that kept it going, even though you're an arrogant son of a bitch. But that's why we liked you. But right now, with the state of the RWF, we were unsure of what was going to happen. So after the title changed, coincidentally, at the same time, the RWF went bankrupt and was bought out by an unknown buyer. So the board has been dissolved and they don't exist anymore, but yet we're still all employed. So that begs the question, who does own us? But at the same time, thank you for letting us all keep our jobs. So the future's up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to make the best out of a shitty situation, and we're going to go from there. Once again, this has been Snake Avery, here in the Snake Pit, giving you the up-to-date, most current news of the RWF. And once again, I would like to thank whoever is upstairs who gave me the green light for this great show, and especially Fox Fedak and Alabaster Sinclair, who pushed me to do this. With that being said, I'll see you all here soon. Cheers. Snake out.